All right, so this tutorial is going to be about taking objects in Revit and aligning them either between other objects or between walls, or just making sure that they're all equal distance apart from each other. So let's get started. This can be done with just about any kind of object that you want to align. It can be doors. And since I have a series of doors here, let's go ahead and work on that. So I've got 3 doors here. It doesn't matter which way they're opening, but as you can see, I can take these and I can move them and try to maneuver them to be equal distances from each other so that they're perfectly separated. Or there's a tool that makes all of this so much easier, just using the measure tool here. Now, a lot of people just use this as reference to check measurements between 2 things, but it can be used to help separate your objects from each other. So let's say that these doors here, I wanted them to be equal distance from each other, as well as equal distance from the walls that they're within. So I'm going to start with the wall here. I'm going to click, drag it, and I want it to be centered. So I'm going to, not on this line, but I'm going to click on this center line of the door, continue on, click on this center line, continue, center line, and then to the wall face again. And then I'm going to kind of extend it out here so I can see. Oops, there we go. And click outside. So now I can see that I've got 1211, 16.3, 17.6, 18.2, all sorts of measurements between these objects here. Now, one easy way to just make them all snap into place is to click right here where it says EQ with a line through it, and it snaps them all into equal distances from each other. Now, one thing that you might want to be careful of is that you have your measuring tool selected at wall faces. Otherwise, it'll be measuring from wall core or wall center line, which is not going to give you an equal distance from the actual wall face to your objects. So that's something that I know the exam in Revit is very specific about, and you want to make sure that you have that selected correctly. So now that these are all separated, I can go and, it's really easy to do. I'm going to choose this wall, this door, and this wall. Click on the EQ, and they snap equal distance apart from each other. Now, let's say I have them all equal distance apart from each other, and now I have too many doors. Maybe I only want 1 door on this wall. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is select that door and just hit delete, select that, and hit EQ, and it snaps it right back into place again. So now it's centered that 1 door between these 2 walls. Okay, so real simple to do, real easy. But let's say I had some other components here. I got 4 windows like that, obviously not spaced out very well, but there's no need to have them spaced out because I can do this real easily by selecting, I'm going to choose the edge of this door, center of this window, of each window actually, and then to the wall face here. And obviously, again, not spaced out correctly. I'm going to click this EQ with a line through it, and now they're all equally spaced between the edge of that door and the face of this wall here. Now that means they're all going to be aligned according to the interior space. If I were wanting to align it to the exterior face, then I would have chosen this exterior wall face rather than the interior one. So little details like that could matter depending on what you're designing. So let's drop in another example here on this 1 window with this 1 door. let's say I want these to be door and window to be lined up within those wall faces. And just like that, real easy to do. It works with other components as well. So if I'm working with a sconce light, it's chosen here. I'll just choose this one. It's already there. And I'll place it right here, and I'll place one right here. And I want these to be spaced between that wall, this light, this door, this light, and this exterior, or this edge of the wall face here. And EQ, and now nice and orderly and equal distance from each other, just like that. So real handy tool, saves a lot of time, saves a lot of measuring, everything comes out really nice and neat. And then, if you wanted to do it something, since I just have one door left, might as well center this wall face, that door, with this inside wall face. EQ, and now everything has been aligned. We're doing good here. So that's all for now. And we'll catch you next time.